Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to the 10th episode of the Quran Memorization podcast series. So today we're going to be talking about the M's. I call this the world of M's, as there are actually a lot of M's, but these are the most common M's in Quran memorization. That's Musabaqah and Musaffa. So these two best friends actually fall under the category of periodic testing, basically a way of testing our hifz, how strong our hifz is, how effective our muraja'a is. So let's start off with what makes these two fellas very similar to each other. The first is obviously they strengthen our hifz, and they need at least one person, but the more the merrier. Another aspect is that it is highly recommended to be done weekly. If not, it's supposed to be daily actually, but this is me being extremely realistic since, my content is centered towards busy people. So you can try and do it weekly. There is also the fact that both Musaffa and Musabaqah teach resilience, as you have to correct your own mistake. So there is always room in both for you to correct your mistake. And this is highly dependent on, for Musabaqah, I would say it's dependent on the criteria for the Musabaqah. And for the Musaffa, I would say it's highly dependent on your partner, on the person you are doing the Musaffa. So what makes Musaffa different? Well, let's start with the meaning. So Musaffa is basically person one reading an ayah or a certain chunk of the Quran, then person two reading it next. So in chronological order, this person reads, then the next person. It's something that's done turn by turn. For example, Qul huwallahu ahad, that's first ayah, person one recites that, then the next person now recites Allahu samad. That's how they keep on going until they exhaust their target. So for this Musaffa, if you're a starter, you might want to start off with maybe five ayahs each, or an ayah, or even an ayah, or half of a page. If you are at the intermediate or advanced level, you can start with one page. So person A reads one page, you read the next page, or rubu'. So rubu' by rubu'. So for example, what I mean by rubu' is, for example, from the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah, Alif Lam Mim, to Inna Allah la yastahi, that's one rubu' kamilan. So the first is that Musaffa is not as competitive as Musabaqah, and Musaffa can actually take as long as needed, while Musabaqah is timed, is based on time. And Musaffa improves a lot of teamwork. It really boosts teamwork because it's something that is done within a team, and the larger, the better. While Musabaqah is more of something you do alone. So you are judged and your marks are given to you based on your own excellence. So Musaffa improves listening skills in the sense that you are able to listen to the other person or the other people that are reciting. So you're also able to strengthen your hifz through listening. Musaffa is also less formal compared to Musabaqah, and Musaffa allows for flexibility. So it allows you to correct yourself immediately. But in Musabaqah setting, which is formal, as soon as you make a mistake, there's a red light, bam, that you see. On the other hand, Musabaqah requires an in-depth, very, very deep muraja'a. You need to be able to differentiate between Mutashaabihaats in the Quran for you to excel in Musabaqah. And what I mean by Mutashaabihaats is those ayahs or those words that sound or look similar. Musabaqah helps with tajweed a lot because you are corrected immediately after you make a mistake, whereas in Musaffa at times it's overlooked. One last thing about Musabaqah is that you don't necessarily have to do it in front of a large audience. You can literally do it only you and your partner, where your partner recites everywhere or anywhere within the Quran and you're able to answer it. Last but definitely not the least, what I love the most about Musabaqah is that it boosts your self-confidence, because you're literally going to be in front of millions or thousands of people and you are going to be reciting. So it is the moment at which your hifz is really tested. The strength is tested. So this is a way for you personally to overcome fear and to improve your confidence in terms of being out there, in terms of even presentation skills like school presentation, work presentation, and many more. So this is one of many benefits that Quran memorization brings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode.